Welcome to the Power Circuit, your trusted window into Nigeria's evolving power sector. This program is proudly brought to you by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, the nation's foremost agency responsible for the bulk transmission of electricity across the country. I'm your host, Amara Agugesi, and here's what we have coming up on today's edition. The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, is strengthening the grid. We will take a deep dive into the TCN Kano region, where transmission network expansion actions are ongoing to boost bulk electricity delivery across distribution load centers in Kano, Jigawa, and Katsina states. And from the TCN Kano region in northwest Nigeria, we will be in the southwest, precisely in the TCN Osogbo region, to explore the procedures for executing routine maintenance and inspection activities for transmission lines and substations designed to keep the national electricity grid reliable and resilient. While millions of Nigerians switch on lights and power their homes and businesses every day, few see the extensive work that goes into keeping electricity flowing. This is solely under the purview of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, across its 10 regions. The Kano region of TCN inspects, maintains, and safeguards high-voltage transmission lines, substations, and towers across Kano, Jigawa, and Katsina states. These critical infrastructures that form the backbone of electricity transmission in northern Nigeria are being improved upon in the TCN Kano region via an ongoing initiative, the Service Level Agreement, SLA.
These are electricity transmission towers stretching across vast landscapes, substations humming with activity, and transmission lines crossing farmlands and communities. They stand tall across cities, villages, and open plains, silent giants carrying the electricity that powers homes, industries, and hospitals. Behind these structures is a dedicated workforce ensuring that Nigeria's transmission network remains reliable every hour of every day. Meet Engineer Suleiman Abdullahi, the Assistant General Manager, Transmission at the TCN Kano region.
AGM transmission in the sub-region is responsible for supervising all staffs in the sub-region, managing of all transmission operations, and maintenance within the sub-region for reliable and safe efficient transmission of electricity to distribution company.
Even with the expansive coverage of the power transmission infrastructure, the management of TCN does not leave any stone unturned. It strives to guarantee uninterrupted flow of bulk electricity from the generation companies, GENCOs, to the distribution companies, DISCOs. TCN, in demonstrating this passion, currently implements the Service Level Agreement, SLA, with electricity market participants for improved services.
A Service Level Agreement project between the Transmission Company of Nigeria and the Electricity Distribution Company, DISCOs, refers to specific power projects, power system improvement projects that are executed by TCN to enhance power evacuation, reliability and quality of supply to the DISCOs based on the agreed service targets. And these projects are usually supervised by the National Electricity Regulatory Commission, NAC.
These service improving critical transmission projects that TCN is delivering, in line with the SLA, are specifically tied to improving efficiency of bulk electricity evacuation across East regions.
These projects include the construction of new transmission bays, installation of new transformers, expansion of new of substations, so on and so on. All these projects included.
Once these projects are delivered and energized, the benefits of the SLA will be fully realized. One thing is for sure. Currently, there has been an improved mutual relationship between officials of TCN, the Nigerian Independent System Operator, and the Kano Electricity Distribution Company.
So until these projects are executed, so the benefits of these SLA projects cannot be fully achieved.
TCN is strongly accelerating the delivery of critical projects within Kano Municipal, and they will have a significant facelifting impact once they come on stream.
There is 2 ongoing projects that were not completed. That is the construction of 2 33 kV feeders at Agondi 132/33 kV substation. And the second one that is ongoing also is the installation of 1/60 MVA transformer at within 132/33 kV substation. These are the ongoing projects. And on lines, 3 projects have been awarded. 3 projects. Contracts have been awarded, but the sites have also been handed over to the contractors, but up to now they have not been mobilized. One is the 132 kV Kumboso Kasina transmission line, and the second one is 132 kV Kumboso Hadeja line, and the third one is 132 kV Kumboso Dakata line. So these are the SLA projects that are on ground now.
Through the service level agreement, the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, is pushing to keep the nation's electricity grid running and is ensuring that power reaches the distribution company's load centers and ultimately millions of Nigerians across Kano, Jigawa, and Katsina.
Just count all the blocks, eh?
Sir, we are Transmission Company of Nigerian Linesmen, and we just observed that you're about to erect a structure here.
You're very observant. Yes, I'm trying to put up a shopping mall of 200 shops that will serve this neighborhood. And I'm very excited about the project.
But sir, have you observed that it is under high tension transmission lines? It could snap, drop on the shopping mall and electrocute everyone inside it. Moreover, sir, these lines emit electromagnetic waves that are harmful to the health of human beings.
Really? This could cause so much harm?
Absolutely, sir. Imagine if there's a fire outbreak in the mall. It could destroy the transmission lines, causing outage to many states in the country. Erecting a structure under high-tension transmission lines will not help government efforts to grow our power supply and grow our economy. Be part of growth. Do not destroy electricity power installations. Little vigilance and concern on our part is necessary to protect transmission infrastructure nationwide. Be vigilant.
This message is brought to you by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, transmitting electricity in the most efficient and effective manner.
Every day, thousands of kilometers of transmission lines and hundreds of critical assets work together to move electricity across the country. But behind this complex network is a continuous program of inspection, maintenance, and engineering excellence. In Nigeria's southwest, the TCN Osogbo region narrates the procedures for executing routine maintenance activities, designed to keep the national electricity grid reliable and resilient.
The first assignment takes maintenance engineers along high voltage transmission lines where every span is carefully inspected. Engineer Benga Akeju is a principal manager, system lines at the TCN Osogbo region, ensuring that these activities are successfully executed.
System Lines Department is the department that is saddled with the responsibility of carrying out routine, preventive, and corrective maintenance of our transmission lines. These transmission lines, including the voltage level of about 330 kV and 132 kV. They are also saddled with the responsibility of carrying out repair and fault clearing of this transmission line in order to achieve system stability and wheeling of all power supply to the disco.
Routine line inspections help identify potential faults before they develop into outages, reducing the risk of service interruptions and extending the lifespan of critical infrastructure. These actions are even conducted at times by the live line crew of TCN while the transmission lines have electricity flowing through them.
Now, when you are talking about live line, they are the department that is saddled with the responsibility of carrying out maintenance on the transmission line while there is still supply on the transmission line at both the 330 kV and 132 kV level of voltage.
Equally important is the maintenance of transmission towers consisting of steel structures that support the 330 and 132 kV transmission line network across difficult terrain in the region. The Osogbo region is a critical bulk electricity transmission hub. The engineers often inspect structural members, tighten connections, replace worn components, and assess foundations for stability.
All our transmission lines in Osogbo region are so critical to the system because Osogbo region is strategically located in the grid between the thermal generating station and hydro generating station. Now we have one, Osogbo Iyopo, 330 kV line, which is majorly where the thermal generating station from the south-south generate their power supply to Osogbo. While we have Osogbo Deba 1 and 2 and Osogbo Kano 330 kV line, where we have the hydro generating station like Shiroro and Kanji, where they generate power into the grid. And if you look at these two areas that I've mentioned, they all enter into Osogbo 330 kV substation, where the supply is being exported through. We have Osogbo Ikeja West, we have Osogbo Ayede 330 kV, we have Olorun-Osogbo Ayede 330 kV line, and all other 132 kV lines within Osogbo region.
Safety remains the highest priority, with every task carried out under strict operational procedures and the use of appropriate personal protective equipment along the expansive transmission line routes.
We have routine patrol and maintenance. It has to be constantly because the maintenance, we cannot leave the line. We have to continuously carry out maintenance on this line. When you say something is routine, it has to be a continuous process until we achieve what we want to achieve. And what we want to achieve is the stability of the grid system in the country.
The routine inspection and maintenance is not limited to transmission lines, but also carried out in 330 and 132 kV transmission substations. Routine servicing includes transformer inspections, testing of protection systems, servicing circuit breakers, checking relay panels, and monitoring switchgear performance. These preventive maintenance activities improve equipment reliability, minimize unexpected failures, and ensure efficient power evacuation from generating stations to electricity distribution companies. Every inspection strengthens the integrity of the transmission network. However, for the TCN team, it takes a lot of efforts in protecting power transmission infrastructure against weather, corrosion, and other environmental challenges.
We have numerous challenges. Encroachment is one of them. Security challenges. Excavation. We are a good relationship with the NSCDC, the Civil Defense. We are in constant relation with them. Anytime we have all these challenges, we always report to them, and they always take action.
Using specialized equipment and visual assessments, the lines team routinely checks conductors, insulators, earth wires, and fittings for signs of wear, corrosion, and mechanical damage on the transmission line, tower, and substation in focus.
Let me start from vehicle. Without vehicle, we cannot patrol our land. That's number one of our major equipment. Also, we have some other equipment for repair that we normally use to carry out repair on our line. Whenever we have maybe conductor snapping or insulator snapping by the line, like tie 4, tensioning machine, tie 4 sling, numerous equipment. I cannot mention everything now. In fact, they're up to about 15-20 number of equipment. I can only mention a few.
And for patrolling the transmission lines, the TCN system lines crew braves all odds to move around the line's route, ensuring that nothing disrupts the flow of bulk electricity in the TCN Osogbo region.
We make use mainly of vehicle, more exactly Land Rover and Elots. So we patrol, like I said before, it has to be a routine patrol. In a station, we can divide ourselves into two. We share the line. We have to make sure we complete the patrol of that line. Clear whatever that can cause hindrance to the flow of the electricity on the line.
From transmission line inspections and tower maintenance to the servicing of substation equipment, every activity undertaken by the Transmission Company of Nigeria in the Osogbo region is another step towards a stronger, more reliable electricity network. It is a commitment to delivering a stable transmission system that supports economic growth, powers industries, and improves the lives of millions of Nigerians.
Oh my God, what caused this fire? Eh? Hey, God help us. Assuming this thing happened in the night, nobody from this building would have come out alive.
Madam, hey, this is why we have warned landlords not to erect structures under the high voltage lines. If this high voltage line fell on the ground, nothing would have happened. But because this structure has been wrongly erected and the high voltage line fell on it, that is why whatever has happened has happened. We advise landlords to always consult the Transmission Company of Nigeria on their safety compliance on the right of way, so that something like this does not happen again.
Oga, we are talking of burnt house and you are talking of right of way.
What is right of way and safety compliance?
Safety compliance simply means before erecting any structure around any electricity tower or line, there are safety distances you must adhere to. These safety distances are 25 meters on both sides of the electric tower in the case of a 330 kV, 15 meters on both sides of the electric tower in the case of a 132 kV, and 7.5 meters on both sides of the electric tower in the case of a 33/11 kV. These stipulated safety distance instructions are what we call right of way. If these simple, basic safety distances are adhered to, trust me, there will be less loss of property and lives resulting from cut transmission lines.
Visit Transmission Company of Nigeria office nearest to you for your safety regulations before erecting structures. Let us save lives and properties and build a stronger Nigeria. This message is from the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, transmitting electricity in the most efficient and effective manner.
Here are the highlights from today's episode. It has been in plain sight that the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, is strengthening the national electricity grid. A deep dive report explored the TCN Kano region, where transmission network expansion actions are ongoing to boost bulk electricity delivery across distribution load centers in Kano, Jigawa, and Katsina states. From the TCN Kano region in northwest Nigeria, we were in the southwest, where we explored the procedures for executing routine maintenance and inspection activities on transmission lines and substations in the TCN Osogbo region, designed to keep the national electricity grid reliable and resilient. TCN is pleased to have you with us on the power circuits, bringing you greater insight into Nigeria's power sector. You can stay connected by visiting TCN's official YouTube channel via TCN_Nigeria, where you have access to all episodes. We also encourage you to show your support by following and engaging with TCN across all social media platforms. On Facebook, like the page Transmission Company of Nigeria. On LinkedIn, like the page via Transmission Company of Nigeria. On X, follow the company at TCN_Nigeria. On Instagram, stay updated via at TCN_Nigeria. TCN welcomes your feedback and observations. Please send your comments to affairs.public@tcn.org.ng. For more details about TCN's activities, visit the interactive website at www.tcn.org.ng or stay informed through a dedicated news platform at www.tcnnews.ng, designed to keep you up to date with developments in the power sector. We also urge you to support TCN by staying vigilant against vandalism of power transmission lines, towers, and substations in your area. Please report any suspicious activity to TCN officials or the nearest security agency. I'm your host, Amara Agugesi. Let's have another exciting time next week.